Learn English with the story of the Wright brothers, Soar to New Heights. Introduction, a story of flight and language. Hello everyone, and welcome back to ABC English Story. Today, we have a truly amazing story for you, the story of two brothers who dared to dream of something that seemed impossible, to fly like a bird. These brothers were Wilbur and Orville Wright, and their incredible journey led to one of the most iconic achievements in human history, the invention of the airplane. Imagine a world where the only way to travel long distances was by land or sea. Then, picture these two determined individuals, working tirelessly, facing numerous setbacks, but never giving up on their dream. Their story is not just about flight, it's about innovation, perseverance, and the power of believing in yourself. Just like the Wright brothers faced challenges in their quest to take to the skies, learning a new language like English can sometimes feel like a difficult journey. There will be moments when you feel stuck, when new words seem hard to remember, or when grammar rules feel confusing. But just as the Wright brothers persevered through their experiments and failures, you too can overcome these challenges in your English learning journey. Their story is a fantastic example of how dedication, hard work, and a clear vision can lead to incredible achievements. So, get ready to learn some essential English vocabulary and grammar as we explore the fascinating story of the Wright brothers. By the end of this video, you'll not only know more about these amazing pioneers, but also feel inspired and motivated in your own quest to master the English language. Let's get started. Key vocabulary and grammar, essential words for understanding the narrative. To fully understand the story of the Wright brothers, there are some key words and phrases that will be very helpful. Let's take a look at some essential vocabulary related to flight, aviation, and the early technology they used. Vocabulary. Dream, noun, a series of thoughts, images, and sensations occurring in a person's mind during sleep. Also, a cherished aspiration, ambition, or ideal. Example, their dream was to build a machine that could fly. Invent, verb, to create or design something that has not existed before. Example, the Wright brothers invented the first successful airplane. Airplane, noun, a powered flying vehicle with fixed wings and a weight greater than that of the air it displaces. Example, the airplane revolutionized travel around the world. Flight, noun, the action or process of flying through the air. Example, their first successful flight lasted only a few seconds. Wing, noun, a flat appendage extending from each side of an aircraft, providing lift. Example, the wings of their airplane were made of fabric and wood. Engine, noun, a machine with moving parts that converts power into motion. Example, their early airplane had a small gasoline engine. Propeller, noun, a rotating fan-like structure that propels a vehicle, such as an airplane or ship. Example, the propellers help to push the airplane forward. Glide, a verb, to move smoothly through the air with little or no power. Example, they experimented with gliders before building a powered airplane. Wind tunnel, noun, a tunnel-like apparatus in which air is blown through at known velocities to study the effects of wind on objects. Example, they built a wind tunnel to test different wing designs. Experiment, noun, a scientific procedure undertaken to make a discovery, test a hypothesis, or demonstrate a known fact. Example, they conducted many experiments to improve their flying machine. Persevere, verb, to continue in a course of action even in the face of difficulty or with little or no prospect of success. Example, they had to persevere through many failures before achieving success. Succeed, verb, to achieve the desired aim or result. Example, they finally succeeded in making the first controlled, sustained flight. Significant, adjective, sufficiently great or important to be worthy of attention, noteworthy. Example, their first flight was a significant moment in history. Impact, noun, a marked effect or influence. Example, their invention had a huge impact on the world. Teamwork, noun, the combined action of a group of people, especially when effective and efficient. Example, teamwork was essential to their success. Now, let's look at some key grammar points that you will see in our story. Grammar. Simple past tense. This tense is used to talk about actions that happened in the past and are now finished. You'll see many examples of this when we talk about what the Wright brothers did. Example, they built a wind tunnel. They flew their airplane. Past continuous tense. This tense is used to describe actions that were happening at a specific time in the past. Example, they were working on their designs for many years. Used to, this structure is used to talk about habits or things that were true in the past but are no longer true. Example, people used to think that flying was impossible. Modal verbs, could, would. These verbs are used to express possibility, ability, or willingness in the past. Example, they could finally fly their machine. They would spend hours experimenting. As we go through the story, pay attention to how these words and grammar structures are used. This will help you understand the narrative better and improve your own English skills. The Wright brothers' early life and the dream of flight. Wilbur Wright was born on April 16, 1867, and Orville Wright was born on August 19, 1871. They grew up in a loving family and showed an early interest in mechanics and how things worked. Even as children, they were fascinated by anything that could move, and they loved to build and experiment with toys and gadgets. One event that particularly sparked their imagination was when their father brought home a toy helicopter powered by rubber bands. This small toy, which actually flew in the air, ignited a dream in the young brothers, the dream of human flight. As they grew older, their fascination with flying continued. They read books and articles about aviation and closely followed the attempts of other inventors who were trying to build flying machines. They observed birds in flight, carefully studying how their wings moved and how they managed to stay airborne. In the late 1890s, the Wright brothers became more serious about their ambition. They started by experimenting with kites. These were not just ordinary kites, they built large, carefully designed kites that they could control in the air. These early experiments taught them a lot about aerodynamics, the way air moves around objects and the forces it creates. Their next step was to build gliders. A glider is an aircraft that flies without an engine, relying on air currents to stay aloft. They built several different gliders and spent countless hours testing them at Kitty Hawk, a windy spot on the coast of North Carolina. This location was ideal because the strong, consistent winds helped their gliders stay in the air. These experiments with gliders were crucial. They allowed the brothers to learn how to control an aircraft in flight. They developed a system called wing warping, which involved slightly twisting the edges of the wings to control the glider's roll, tilting from side to side. This was a groundbreaking innovation and a key element in their future success. The Wright brothers were not just dreamers, they were also meticulous scientists and engineers. Recognizing the limitations of existing data on aerodynamics, they even built their own wind tunnel in 1901. This was a significant undertaking, and it allowed them to conduct controlled experiments on different wing shapes and designs. By carefully measuring the lift and drag produced by various wing configurations, they gathered invaluable data that no one else had. Throughout this period, the Wright brothers faced numerous challenges and setbacks. Their gliders sometimes crashed, and they had to constantly refine their designs. They invested their own money and time into their experiments, and there were many moments when they could have easily given up. However, their perseverance and unwavering determination kept them going. Just like learning English requires consistent effort and not giving up when things get tough, the Wright brothers faced their challenges with resilience and a strong belief in their goal. The first flight and its significance. After years of research, experimentation, and relentless effort, the Wright brothers were finally ready to attempt powered flight. They designed and built their own airplane, which they called the Wright Flyer. This aircraft had wooden wings covered in fabric, a lightweight gasoline engine that they designed and built themselves, and two pusher propellers located behind the wings. On December 17, 1903, at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, the Wright brothers made history. With Wilbur at the controls for the first attempt, the Wright Flyer lifted off the ground and flew for 12 seconds, covering a distance of 120 feet, 36.5 meters. This short but momentous flight marked the first sustained, controlled heavier-than-air-powered human flight. Later that day, Orville took his turn and flew the aircraft for 59 seconds, covering a distance of 852 feet, 260 meters. These successful flights were a significant achievement, proving that powered human flight was indeed possible. The news of their success slowly began to spread, and the world would never be the same. The Wright Flyer itself was a marvel of engineering for its time. Its design incorporated the wing warping system they had developed with their gliders, as well as a movable rudder for controlling yaw, turning left or right. The lightweight engine provided the necessary power, and the propellers, also of their own design, efficiently pushed the aircraft through the air. You can see how the vocabulary words we learned earlier, wings, engine, propeller, flight, all come together to describe this incredible machine. The success of the Wright brothers was not just due to their individual brilliance but also to their strong teamwork. They worked together on every aspect of their project, from designing and building their aircraft to conducting experiments and making improvements. They shared a common vision and supported each other through every challenge. This highlights the importance of collaboration, whether you are building an airplane or learning a new language. Just like the Wright brothers benefited from working together, English learners can benefit from joining study groups, practicing with language partners, and supporting each other on their learning journeys. The first flight of the Wright Flyer had a profound impact on the world. It ushered in the age of aviation and transformed transportation, warfare, and global communication. Today, airplanes are an integral part of our lives, connecting people and cultures across vast distances. Modern aviation and English language learners. The legacy of the Wright brothers continues to inspire innovation in the field of aviation. From the small, fabric-covered Wright Flyer, we now have giant passenger jets, supersonic aircraft, and even spacecraft designed to explore other planets. Modern aviation has advanced in incredible ways, with sophisticated technology, powerful engines, and advanced aerodynamic designs. Think about the different types of aircraft you see today: commercial airplanes that carry hundreds of passengers, cargo planes that transport goods around the world, helicopters that can take off and land vertically, and fighter jets that can fly at incredible speeds. All of these owe their existence to the pioneering work of the Wright brothers. Interestingly, English plays a crucial role in modern aviation. It is the internationally recognized language for air traffic control and communication between pilots and ground staff. Pilots from all over the world need to be proficient in English to ensure safe and efficient air travel. Key vocabulary and phrases related to aviation are used in standard communication protocols, making English a vital skill for anyone working in this global industry. For English language learners, understanding the story of the Wright brothers not only provides a fascinating historical context but also opens up opportunities to explore the world of aviation further. You might be interested in learning more about the history of flight, the technology behind modern airplanes, or even pursuing a career in aviation someday. By improving your English skills, you can access a wealth of information about aviation through books, articles, websites, and documentaries. You can also connect with other aviation enthusiasts from around the world and communicate with them in English. Whether you dream of becoming a pilot, an engineer, or simply want to learn more about this incredible field, your English language skills will be your wings to explore new horizons. So, as you continue on your English learning journey, remember the story of the Wright brothers. Remember their dream, their hard work, their perseverance, and their ultimate triumph. Just like they took to the skies against all odds, you too can achieve your goals with dedication and effort. Keep practicing, keep learning, and who knows, maybe one day, you'll be using your English skills to explore the world of aviation or any other field that sparks your imagination. Thank you for joining us on ABC English Story today. We hope you enjoyed learning about the Wright brothers and picked up some new English vocabulary and grammar along the way. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories and English learning adventures. Keep soaring to new heights in your English journey.